I'm here at Smith Rock State Park, an iconic location in Central Oregon that's amazing for micro weddings and elopements. The scenery here is one of a kind with these jagged cliff edges and beautiful wildlife and foliage all around. Let's take a look at this place together. Now, Smith Rock is famous for its rock climbing and epic hiking adventures, but you don't have to be an intense granola couple if you want to take really cool photos and videos here. In fact, some of the most amazing spots in the entire park are incredibly accessible. They're right on the trails. We're about 30 minutes away from the most popular town of Bend and only 20 minutes from Redmond Airport, which means that this is a very ideal location if you want to elope to a destination outside of your hometown. We're going to walk around and show you some of the best places to take photos and videos, and we'll talk a little bit about the logistics of getting married out here. Now, as a wedding destination, Smith Rock is most ideal for elopements. With a group size of less than 20 people, including your vendors, you don't even need a permit to choose a spot anywhere in the park to say your vows. With that being said, if you want to do a slightly larger group size, then you can have up to 50 people here at the North Point Amphitheatre. Reservations can be tricky, and you can only book 6 months ahead, so make sure to plan accordingly. Now, a lot of the photography blogs you'll read about Smith Rock State Park try to gatekeep their secret hidden little photo spots so that you have to hire them just so you know where to take good shots in the park. But I'm going to blow the lid off of all of those spots right now and show off the best places for photos and videos. If you check out our blog post, we also have a map that we've custom made with all of the places you should go for the best photos and videos around the park. The first place you should know about is this little trail called the Chute, and this will take you down into the middle of the park where you can walk along the riverside, go across a footbridge, and there's tons of photo ops along the way. Now the Chute takes you down to this really cool footbridge. This is another wonderful location for photos and for a video session. In fact, I take couples here pretty much every time we come to the park because of how beautiful the panoramic views of the cliffs behind me are. Now, most people will cross this bridge and then go a Misery Ridge Trail, which is the most popular trail in the entire park. But it lives up to its name, and I don't recommend that couples go up the intense switchbacks in their nice wedding attire. Instead, if you take a right along the river path, some of the best photo ops lay in that direction. Now, the state park rangers are known to be quite litigious with doling out fines if you go off trail, which is why we try to keep everything we do right on the walking paths. But that doesn't mean that you're not going to get an incredible view. Along the river path, you have tons of wildlife, you have foliage, and you always have a nice view of the jagged cliff face right behind you. If you've watched any elopement videos or looked at elopement photos at Smith Rock, then you've probably seen that many of them are taken right along here. Now, another great spot to consider is this walk along the canyon trail. This falls before the footbridge, so if you take an immediate left from the Chute, you'll have this really nice view of the canyon behind me. And a lot of photographers love this spot to do couples portraits. Now, there's one more place that I want to show you, which is up top, and that is where I think you should exchange your vows. Now, when it comes time to say your vows, this spot along the Rimrock Trail is my absolute favorite place to take couples. We have these sweeping panoramic views of the cliffs behind me, and ironically, we're actually just steps from the visitor center. We're on the trail right now, but we have some of the best views in the entire park, and that's really ideal if you're coming out here in a dress or dress shoes.
I read this quote a year ago when we got engaged, and it's stuck with me ever since. To be loved but not known is comforting but superficial. To be known but not loved is our greatest fear. But to be fully known and truly loved is a lot like being loved by God. It is what we need more than anything.
I commit to being your rock and promise to continue to improve who I am as a man, husband, and hopefully one day a father.
Some of the best views at Smith Rock State Park are simply very accessible, and that is one thing that I love about this elopement destination. If you're thinking about getting married out at Smith Rock State Park, then make sure to check out the blog post which we've linked below. We have all kinds of resources in there for how to get a permit, how to make a reservation, and we've got a custom map with all of our favorite photo and video spots around the park. A Beautiful Union is a film house for weddings and elopements all over the West Coast and beyond. We would love to chat with you about filming your elopement out at this location. See you in the next one.